Hello everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of CapCut Semi-Advanced Tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 7, where I'll be making an Instagram reel in CapCut. Okay, so let's not waste time and let's get started. So over here, as you guys can see, now I'm here in the home page of the CapCut. Okay, so I already worked over here. Okay, let me show you guys the video. Okay, of an Instagram reel. So let's come here. Let's click on this one and let's just play it up. Okay, so this is the one which I had created before. Okay, and now I will just close this up again. And again, what I'm going to do is I am going to import some media here in my new project. Okay, so I'll just click on import. Let's go to videos. And from videos, this was the file which I worked on. Let's go to the raw file. Okay, so this is the raw file. I'll just open this video up. Okay, and let's just drag and drop it here in the total timeline. So this is of 10.8 seconds. Let's decrease it to exact 10. Okay, and what you can do is you guys can actually give some cuts. Okay, so if you want to come here and if you want to give a cut, click on Control B from your keyboard. Let's come here. Let's take up a 2 seconds gap. Okay, let's come here. Let's go to this exact 4. Okay, so I will come here, click on Control B again. Okay, so I'll just click on Control B and let's just select this part. Okay, exactly at 7 seconds. Click on Control B to give a cut. Okay, so now I do have total 4 parts. So what I can do is I want to actually give this some slow-mo effect over here. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will just decrease this one. Okay, and here you guys can see now I will just decrease the speed quite like this. Okay, so if you want me to play it, here you guys can see this is how it is being played. Okay, so now if I just increase the speed by half, okay, let's say I will just increase the speed by half. Let's now play this thing up, and here you guys can see the slow-mo effect. Okay, so now I will come over here, and what I'll do is now I will just change the duration. I will just make it a bit faster. So I'll just come here and maybe I will just make this one a bit faster. Okay, so let's go till here. And what I'm going to do is let's select this one. And now I am going to go to double. And this one I am going to increase, or I'm going to decrease the speed a little bit. Okay, so I'll come here and I will just give this one by 60%. Okay, so now I am going to put on these things. Okay, and let's just play it out and let's see how it looks. Okay, so here you guys can see now again this will be a fast mo, and here you guys can see again I do have the slow-mo video over here. Okay, so now after increasing and decreasing the sizes over here, what I can do is I can just take up a text box. Okay, so for that I need to go to the text and click on default text, bring it up right over here on top. Okay, and now I will just place it maybe from here till here. Okay, so I will just place this box till here. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to bring my playhead, and here let's just increase the size. Come here in the text box, go to backspace, and now you guys can write the journey. And now you guys can actually check the size and take out the frame which you want or the text font size. Take this one, and what you can do is you guys can just place it here on top. Okay, so you guys can just place it here on top. And now again I will just come here and I will try to take another box. Okay, so I'll just click on copy, come here on top and paste. Okay, so I will come here and paste. And what I'm going to do is I am going to keep it right over here. Let's just bring it down. and over here I will type begins. Okay, so I will just type begins. Okay, so come here, type S, and now I'll come here and I'll just delete this one. And here now I will come to this point, and what I'm going to do is I am going to take some dark font. Okay, and over here as well, now if I want to take some ash font, okay, I can also take this one as well. So this one I am going to increase the size a little bit. Okay, and if you want me to put this one down, okay, I can just come here and let's just go back to this point. And what you can do is you can just place it right over here. But the same way, what you need to do is you need to just keep this thing and bring it right over here. Okay, and maybe till here as well. Okay, so I'll just place these things right over here, and from here it will actually appear and it will come till here. Okay, so let's come to this point, and what you can do is if you just want to bring it here on top, you guys can also bring it here on top as well. Okay, so now if you want to see it in a full frame, this is how it looks. Again, click on escape to go back. And here, if you want to put on keyframes, you guys will be able to put on keyframes. Okay, so now again, let's come down. Okay, so as we are creating an Instagram reel, I will come here into this blend option, and starting, what I'll do is I'll come here and I will just click on give a keyframe. Okay, I will just click and give a keyframe, and I will just decrease the opacity to 0. Okay, so now I will come right over here. Okay, and this particular part. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another keyframe. So I will just come here and another keyframe is being added. And now let's come here, let's select this one, let's come at the beginning of this. Okay, and what you can do is you guys can actually change the opacity from here as well. Let's select a keyframe, let's go to 0, and after that what you guys can do is come here and add another keyframe. Okay, so the keyframe which I'm going to add over here is I will come here, increase the opacity, and here I do have the keyframe as well. Okay, so now let's come here in this part, and from here what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another keyframe, and now again I will just come over here, and now automatically I will just add another keyframe here as well. Okay, so now the same way, if I come here, what I'm going to do is I am going to add another keyframe here. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, so right over here. Okay, so I will just try to place right over here, and now I will just take a keyframe. Okay, and what I'm going to do is when I come here last, I will just change it from here. Okay, so now as you guys can see, I do have added few the keyframes as well. Okay, so now let's just play this thing up. So here you guys can see this is how it will appear. Okay, and this is how it will actually end. Okay, so here you guys can see it will just go out or it will just fade out quite like this. Okay, and now if you want to add some kind of stickers and stuff, you guys can also do that. So again, go to media. If you want to import it, okay, you guys can come here and you guys can actually import it. Let's click on import. And over here, you guys can see you do have these videos, but you don't want the videos over here. You want some images. Okay, so under images here, you guys can see I do have different images. Okay, which I can actually put. Let's click on this one. And again, what you can do is you can just click on this one as well and open it up. Okay, so once you open it up from here, you guys can actually put out this image, drag and drop it over here. Okay, so you guys can just put on these PNG files. Okay, and you guys can just arrange and put this thing quite properly. Okay, so if you guys can come here and only for this few seconds. Okay, so now I will just come here and place it accordingly. Let's just place it over here. So now let's play it up. Okay, so here, this is how it will look. And what I can do is if I want to put on some blending motion, we can also put that one. So let's come here. Okay. So at the beginning, what I'm going to do is I am going to select this keyframe and change the opacity. And again, what I'll do is I will just come right over here and over here. Now I will just change the opacity T200. Okay, so now over here, you guys can see, and let's play this thing. Okay, and here now again, what I can do is I can just come here, maybe select this one. Okay, and maybe place it right over here. And now I will come here, and again, what I'll do is I'll just come to this part, and over here, I will just give this one a keyframe, and I will just decrease the keyframe from here as well. Okay, so let's play this thing up. Okay, so it will appear quite like this. Okay, and you guys can work over here. And suppose in this video, what you want to do is you want to put different kind of effects as well. So if you want to put in all of this, you don't have to do individually if you want to only put one kind of effects. So for that, what you need to do is you need to go to adjustment, and you can just select adjustment layer. Okay, so just place this adjustment layer from here. Let's place it here as well. And now you guys can go to effects, and from here you guys can check different kind of effects. Okay, so here you guys can see there are different effects over here. Otherwise, individually also, if you want to do, okay, you guys can come here, take this adjustment layer, and maybe increase the temperature a little bit, and maybe increase the hue. And after that, what you can also do is select the saturation and select the brightness. Okay, and now let's come down. Let's go with the contrast over here. And if you want to work with the highlights, you guys will be able to work with the highlights over here as well. Let's put some shadows, and let's go with some whites. And if you want to go in the blacks as well, and here you guys can see the illumination. Okay, I will just keep this one how it is. And from here, you guys can basically increase the clarity. Okay, so if you want to increase the clarity by 20%, you guys can do that. And let's just sharpen this image up by 10. And from here, let's use the vignette option as well. Okay, so now let's just select the vignette option quite like this. And now if you want to save this as a preset, you guys can also do that. And now go to this one, and if you want to work with the hue and stuff, and let's go to curve. If you want to add up a bit, okay, you guys can actually add up a bit over here and work on with all of this. So let's save this as a preset. Okay, so now I will come here, and again what I'll do is I'll just go to this basic option, and now let's just play this thing up and let's see how it actually looks. So let's just play it, and this is how it will look over here. Okay, you guys can see the video looks quite nice. And over here now, the last thing which is left is going to the audio panel, and from audio panel, let's type biking. Okay, so I will just type biking, and I will just click on enter. Let's see what all suggestions do I get from here. So let's download all of these four. Okay, let's hear this out. So let's put this one, the first one over here. Let's come down and let's put it right over here. If you want to trim it down, you guys can trim it down from here. Let's just zoom to fit in the timeline. Let's come here, and what you can do is again put it over here. Now just decrease the timing. Let's place it right over here at the starting. Let's come here and let's just place it here as well. Okay, so now let's go to the audio option, and from here you guys can select 1 second fade in, and over here in the fade out option also I will just take 1 second. Okay, so in this one I want it normalize the loudness. Okay, so now let's just play this thing up. the last preview. So let's just see it. So this is how you guys will be able to create some stunning Instagram reels over here. Okay. So now as I have created this one, okay, what you guys can also do is you guys can actually put on some real logos. Okay. So if you want to do that, you guys can do that. Otherwise, from sticker option, also you guys can try to find. Okay. So if you just type real and all, okay, let's type real and let's click on enter. Here you guys can see you do have this reel option. So what you can do is you guys can come here and now you just have downloaded. What you can do is you guys can just select this one and now just place it here on top. Okay, now just place it here on top, and what you can do is just keep this string throughout. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the size, and over here what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it somewhere over here in one corner. Okay, so I can just place it here in one corner. If you want to decrease the size a little bit as well, okay, you guys can come here and work this thing out. So now let's just play it. So here again what I'll do is I'll come here and I'll just decrease the size a little bit more. Okay, otherwise I will just come here, and what I can do is let's select this layer, and if you do want to bring it down, okay, you guys will be able to bring it down as well. Okay, so if you want to come here, let's select this. If you want to scale it, you guys can basically scale it from here as well. Okay, so if you want to give this one up a rotation, let's go with none. Okay, so I will just keep here and I will not keep any things over here. You guys can increase or decrease the size. Maybe the other thing what you guys can also do is you guys can come here, maybe just bring this thing down a little bit, and this one also let's come here and just bring this down a little bit as well. Let's place it here on top, and let's just decrease the size by a little bit. So now this one is ready. Let's see a preview. Okay, let's come here, let's see a preview. So yeah, this one looks good. Now this is placed perfectly. So now last thing is going to export, and now say changing the title name. So let me change this name to Instagram Reel. Okay, so I will just name this as Instagram Reel. I will save it here in my desktop into my resource file. Let's just select this particular folder and let's click on import or export. Okay, so I hope to see you all in the next class where we'll be learning more about this CapCut. So I hope to see you all in the next chapter. Till then, take care and goodbye everyone.